get harder in rural states, and I think for me that was the number one issue.
Yeah.
That's really fucking scary to me.
Well, especially with the border being open and they're letting rapists in. It's fucking...
What? Why? Like where did that even come from? Like that was literally a just hit from the side blind. Like you know those movies where you see the person walking down the street and then all of a sudden a car just come and hit them out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't even think a car would be in the scene at that moment. That's literally what just happened there. Like Theo, hey, bro, if you're listening, lock in, bro. Lock into the conversation. So just like the old saying is, a good friend is not going to allow another friend to drive drunk. Go home and drive drunk. Like that's a good friend. A good friend is someone that can just be real and honest with you. So if you're acting like an asshole, you have a good friend to be like, hey, stop acting like an asshole. And then when you hear him tell you that, he's only coming from a place of love. You know what I'm saying? And that's this example right here. A good friend is not going to allow their friend be stuck on stupid, be stuck on MAGA brain. And what that is someone who just doesn't allow just common sense to kind of integrate with their thinking. Like when they're just focused on one thing, but doesn't allow critical thinking to take place. That's MAGA brain. And sometimes people do it and they're not even aware of it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I have to learn how to take my time with individuals like that. Like they're, not into, politics like myself. So when they find themselves repeating right wing, sometimes white supremacist talking points, I have to, hey, it's okay. We're friends. So let me go ahead and break that down to you like a fraction. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to be patient with individuals like that. But folks like, Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro, like, nah, F all that. Gloves is off for real. You know what I'm saying? So this is a good example of sometimes you just got to laugh your way into getting your point across. That's something I'm not good at doing. I'm not a comedian. Hey, see, it doesn't work, but sometimes whatever your skill set is and you need to get your point across, sometimes a good laugh would be like, oh, damn, okay, hey, that makes sense, So let's go ahead and take a listen and see how that works.
You scared?
Not really,
because I know there's the election, right?
Yes.
Do you? What are people truly scared of? Do you think when they talk about Trump? But what is it? I kind of start to wonder, what do people be scared of?
I can tell you right. I mean, the thing. So for me, I didn't love either candidate here. I really didn't understand being enthusiastic about either candidate. I think, I'm not a Trump guy, obviously. I think he is dangerous in the things that I'm scared of the most. And the thing that made me lean towards Kamala was more than anything was the Supreme Court, and that it would be, if it's put under like far right control for the next however long. We've already seen, women's right to, over their bodies, the abortion, Roe v. Wade's been overturned, which I think is really dangerous. Mm-hmm. That's going to like really affect women's health care. Already in states that banned it, you see they're getting less just general OBGYN care because it's more dangerous to be a doctor in those states. So we don't think about shit that trickles down. So like it's harder to get just general health care, let alone abortion, in Texas now for women. And that's only going to get...
So what he's explaining is essentially a deep conversation. Like that could literally go deeper, but he's explaining it in a way to where like you understand. He's not like going over your head with these crazy, 6-syllable words that really don't mean nothing. Like he just being honest with you, just having that buddy to buddy talk. You know what I'm saying? And watch how Theo still doesn't get it.
Get harder in rural states, and I think for me that was the number one issue.
Yeah.
That's really fucking scary to me.
Well, especially with the border being open and they're letting rapists in. It's fucking...
What? Why? Like where did that even come from? Like that was literally a just hit from the side blind, like you know those movies where you see the person walking down the street and then all of a sudden a car just come and hit them out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't even think a car would be in the scene at that moment. That's literally what just happened there. Like Theo, hey, bro, if you're listening, lock in, bro. Lock into the conversation. But once again, that MAGA brain that's just like women's rights, immigrants. It's the immigrants. Like, hey, calm down. It is not that serious right now. But watch how old boy reels them in. Like, hey. Let's get back on track. Let me be a good friend that I am and just carry you. I'm gonna have to feed you this information like a toddler, because that's how you acting right now. Watch.
You know what I'm saying, though? It's like you're just...
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's the best time to repeal that.
Yeah. If we're going to follow your logic and you claim they got rapists coming in, maybe we should also keep abortion. But, I think we got plenty.
And how he used his own logic, which that's a far stretch of that word. If all these immigrants are just raping everybody, men and women, like... maybe, just maybe, for kicks and giggles, haha, hee, keep abortion. I mean, I don't know. But even by that stupid ass logic, maybe somebody's like, wow, that makes sense. And I can imagine some brainless idiot being drawn by that conclusion somehow. But I'm pretty sure someone was like, well, maybe we should keep abortion because all these immigrants are just raping all the women. Like, we can't have no immigrant babies. Like,
plenty of homegrown rapists too, but
yeah. We've got our own.
Sure.
We got some union guys.
We've got some heirloom American rapists for sure.
Jesus.
But I think that's the number one thing that scares me is about that, because it's not only that's the first step, and I think you can really see stuff that we take for granted as progress. Gay marriage is another thing. Mm-hmm. There's a really weird cultural... I think this is what happens anytime the party that's backed by the powers that be, big business, the richest people in the world want far-right politicians. And I think if they
still...
Absolutely, without question.
I feel like tech is now... I just feel like the parties
Elon
have
Musk
changed.
is a huge Trump guy.
That's a good point.
I think...
Like, what do you mean? That's a good point. Bro, what planet have you been living on? Everybody and their mama know Elon Musk is like the vice president at this point. I don't even know what the other guys... What's his name? JD Vance or Tance? I don't know. All I know is Trump and Elon. Hey, he's a billionaire, the richest person on earth, backing a singular individual, not the Republican Party as a whole, one person, the one. What do you mean, good point? That's the main point, that you should be kind of, why is the richest person backing this one person? I don't know. Let me just dig a little bit, but okay, got you.
Rich people will support whoever's in power, number one, but they want to transfer wealth from the poor to the rich. They've been really good at doing it. Mm-hmm. The biggest issue, I think the reason the Democrats lost is because they pretend that there is no problem. It's like, that's fucking crazy. You have to tell people that, yes, there are issues here. Mm-hmm. Shit is more expensive. I think inflation, a big part of inflation is that companies realize they can just charge you more and say it's somebody else's fault. A lot of it's price gouging.
Hey, if you couldn't look at him and be like, this dude about to spit bars right now. This dude about to be spitting that facts. I mean, of course you shouldn't be judging a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying? I'm a young black man with hand tattoos, neck tattoos. So trust me, I get it. But I just wouldn't imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, no offense, but I just wouldn't imagine. How many times have I said that? One, the Democratic Party sucked at messaging. Yeah, you can, roll out the data and the information and show them by the statistics, inflation and everything else is going towards a better way. But feeling it in your pockets is a different thing. So you can't be afraid to say, you know what? We did a lot, but we need to do a lot more. Joe Biden, he was cool, But if you elect me, Harris, I will go above and beyond. I will continue to build off the foundation that Joe Biden has laid down. And I appreciate like something like that. But she just said, nah, it's really nothing else I would change or I would do different. Like, no, you guys suck at messaging. That's why everybody can dominate the conversation around you guys. Like, hey, get on point. And to a second point was, these companies, and it's always more functions that have to do with inflation. It's not just one thing that creates inflation. And like you said, these companies, certain companies know that they can just move the needle just a little bit. And even that little bit will result in, hundreds of thousands in profit. And that's their only goal. They don't give a fuck about, hey, Pepsi doesn't care about you. They don't care if you can or cannot afford their sodas. If you want that soda, you're going to pay for it. Chips, Lay's, they don't care. They're going to put less in your bag and slap on 50 cents more. Guess what? That's not really under the control of any administration. Of course, the government can have its, rules and regulations, but then they're going to be crying about the government overreach and things like that. So once again, why are Republicans not wanting to talk about that, but yet scapegoated with immigrants or black folks or trans people? Like, just do a little thinking and you might find your way. You might see the light at the end of that tunnel if you just dig a little deeper.
That's fucking true. And
everything gets so much more expensive.
And companies some of it is just real inflation, but some of it is companies are hiding behind inflation. And Democrats did nothing to stop price gouging, right? They didn't even say they were going to do it. You can't tell people that things are going good when they're just clearly not. And there were just it sucks because they offer.
And just for the record, Harris did mention something about price capping certain companies or whatever, regulations she wants to do. But once again, just by the simple fact some people don't know that means that they really sucked on messaging. Like, she needed to put this stuff on billboards across the United States, like make people see it. But, whatever. I digress.
For the Democratic Party has become like, they were going after fucking Dick Cheney and who's like,
it was so bizarre.
It's crazy because they're going after policy-wise, moderates, Republican people who most working class people don't agree with the economic stuff that they're saying. And then culturally, it bothers me when you become a party of like tattletales. It's become a party of like middle managers that want to get mad at you if you say the wrong thing. And it's like, that's not the most important issue. The most important issue for people is that things are they have no health care. Wage inequality is out of fucking control. People's wages have not kept pace with how much bosses are earning.
But yeah, well, what percent? I mean, Bernie Sanders said,
whoa, that's what bro, hey, round of applause. What's Starvos? Hey, brother, great job. You know what I'm saying? Like, just breaking that down. You don't have to do too much or say too much. Just say, hey, price, wages, not keeping up with bosses. Bad. That's bad thing, Vaughn. Bad thing. Beautiful.
Greatly that he thought if AI starts to happen for companies, right? So companies are making more money because of AI because they don't need people.
Yeah.
Right? Then some of that money should go to the employees.
Of course.
As opposed and cut it down their hours for the week. Now you give them a better life instead of just making it where, well, fuck.
Well, we don't need you anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you don't get anything and we keep all the fucking profits.
Yep.
And I do think, I think we talked about it a little bit last time where it's like AI as a tool to fucking do creative shit. It's so weird when it's like it should be making normal people's lives easier. It shouldn't just be for rich people to be able to charge less. Like there should be some protections for workers and we should be able to you should be able to fucking buy a house. All these fucking regular issues that weren't really hit on. It was just, well, you got to vote for us because the other person's worse. And even though I think that is true, that's not a winning message. That's nothing, especially when the other side is offering, they're at least saying shit's bad.
Well, yeah.
And they're saying it's for the wrong reasons. I don't think it's immigrants' fault.
And to his point, you don't have to tell somebody that they stepped in shit if they smell it, if they feel it, if they hear the squishy, squishy, squish, they know. They can smell it, feel it. Sometimes the heat is just pulsing in your face with that crap on their foot. So you don't have to keep reminding them that the Republican Party is trash. We see that. But just tell us what you propose. And yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, when people are asking questions and they bring up Trump, like, you know, like the politician brain is to like, you know, pivot to Trump. Like, we get it. And she did a lot of pivoting, which, you know, I guess that's what politicians do. But after seeing Trump in action for 4 years, hearing him deny and just go crazy for another 4 years, like, trust me, we know who he is. So tell us, you only have 100-something days. Focus on you. And trust me, Trump is going to still remind us who he is. But, you know, it's too late now.
Well, it's definitely not fucking. Trans people aren't the people buying up houses and not letting you buy it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, but at least they're saying something's wrong and they're saying some fucked up shit, in my opinion. They're trying to make it culture war stuff. They're trying to divide people who should be on the same side by saying, oh, gay people are bad, trans people are bad, when it's like the people trying to fuck you are rich people. That's how it's always been. That's the fucking, that's a tale as old as time. Like, and it's weird. Some people think they're gonna be fucking billionaires when it's like they don't make off crypto or whatever. They're like, well, when I'm that rich, I don't want to be taxed. And it's like,
there it is. Hey, this dude is throwing bars, bro. Like, oh man, that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said it plenty times on my channel. A lot of people don't want to attack the 1%, the 2%, because they one day want to be that 1%. And they think if they can do all these quick, rich scheme type things like cryptocurrency, they don't want to mess up their future, in a sense, because that's the only thing that they've ever been taught, is to be rich, just, you know, accumulate as much money as possible. So like, they get mad when Democrats or progressives saying, hey, there should not be billionaires. We need to tax the hell out of that ass. You know what I'm saying? But hey, let him cook, bro.
Don't. You live in you're sharing a loft bedroom with your friend's dad who's taking dick pills. You don't have to worry about fucking tax rates going up on you.
Don't bet on bet on yourself now.
Bet on yourself right now, man. How about we raise some taxes on the richest people and you get some fucking health care? It just, I don't know, man.
Maybe I shouldn't have. It's a lot.
It's frustrating because but even having said all that, I think what people are scared of the most with Trump is just, yeah, man, the Supreme Court being taken over by like ideologically really right wing, because now the Senate is Republican and there's like, you know, taken over by that. That's scary. That is scary to me, because we could see a lot of stuff rolled back that we take for granted as fundamental, and stuff that's just progress. We can argue over like, you know, economic issues, whatever, but some of those things, that does scare me. When it's like gay, like women's rights are being rolled back. It would be so
wild if you got groups in there that were like, well, you can't do gay anymore.
Yeah. Like, we're taking away gay marriage or whatever.
But then you'd have all the gays would have to pretend they're straight again or whatever.
Yeah. Back in the closet, boys.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I just threw away all my I just threw away all my Dockers. I just threw away all my fucking plaid shirts.
I just fucking burned all my Doc Martens and just lay in bed holding my high school girlfriend. What do you get?
All right. Hey, whoa. Okay. That's enough. That is enough. Once again, if you want to watch that entire episode, go and watch it. But once again, man, like, that was simple. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, there is a place for like the Cornel West's or the Michael Eric Dyson's where they can just say some amazing, beautiful words, and like, it just sounds amazing. You know what I'm saying? But essentially what they're saying is what he just said in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you have to take your time with people who are not aware, or they're just like really stuck in a weird spot, you know, and I try not to give Theo Von like so much like weight, you know what I'm saying? Like, but not everybody is as politically inclined like a lot of other people. You know what I'm saying? So take your time with them and just speak to them. Keep speaking like common sense to them. And I'm hoping that goes a long way. Like, I don't know. I don't have people like that around me. But of course, like when it comes to the Ben Shapiro's, the Candace Owens, the Matt Walsh's, like, show no mercy to dudes like that. You can't have a civilized conversation with people like that. They're purposely trying to lie to you in your face, and they don't care about reality. They don't care about statistics, none of that. They will straight up lie to you and make money off of it. You know what I'm saying? So those people, F them all. You know what I'm saying? F them for life. So it is what it is. But once again, if you guys agree or disagree with anything that I said in this video, let me know in the comments down below, or hit that Discord link so we can have that one-on-one talk. And like always, let's have that conversation.